everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It. I post my Will I Buy It series every single Wednesday where I'm talking over new makeup releases, my thoughts on them, if I'm planning to pick them up or pass over them. I will have my playlist link down below as well as the community playlist. That is what I started with creators who make this style of video can add their videos to it. So if you want to binge watch about new makeup releases, that playlist will also be linked in my description box. But I do have a lot to chat about this week, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so first up, I have a new product here from Glossier, and this one looks pretty interesting. It says it's the ultimate waterproof makeup remover. It says it's a combination of micellar water and a weightless oil. The formula starts working immediately to gently lift off and melt away long-wearing and waterproof makeup without any rubbing or tugging on the skin. It says no greasiness, no stickiness, and is going to be $12. I think it is available. Yes, it is available now, so I will have everything linked down below. I'm also reading from the Trend Mid One Instagram like I do every week, so I also do link her in my description box as well. Okay, so I think the packaging looks interesting on this, and I think it sounds like a really intriguing product. I really do like the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. I like it as a cleanser, but I also really like it as a makeup remover. I use that one quite a bit. I'm kind of running a little bit low on it. I was planning to repurchase it once I do run out because it is something that I reach for quite a bit. So I'm like, maybe I could be a little bit swayed by this one also. I believe Glossier is only available on their website, but I could be saying that wrong. I don't have a ton of products from Glossier, but I have tried a few things from them and some that I really do like. I also really like their coconutbalm.com. I think that's really, really nice for the lips, and the Milky Jelly Cleanser. So I think that this one looks intriguing, sounds intriguing. So I might be a little bit interested in that one. I got some tags on this product, and when I first looked at it, I say sometimes in the Will I Buy It videos that when I get a lot of tags on something, I try to guess like who the brand is, and looking at this I was like, I have no idea who this is. This is from Benefit Cosmetics. It says it's online now at HSN. It's their new Dr. Feelgood Silky Mattifying Powder. It says weightless, has an invisible finish. It also includes a soft puff applicator. It's supposed to be translucent on the skin and give you shine control. It's going to be $29, and it's going to be coming soon to other retailers as well. I don't know what it is about the packaging, but that just like really threw me off. I'm going to scoot over since I'll have pictures in this video like I always forget to do. The packaging kind of just like threw me off. It doesn't look like, I don't know, it just didn't look like Benefit to me, and it took me a while to find the Benefit on the label. I was like, who is this? So I don't know why, that just kind of threw me through a loop there. I don't think I need something like this in my collection right now. I have a lot of powders, pressed powders, loose powders, etc. There's some really, really good ones that are out right now, so I just don't feel like I necessarily need this one. Some of the claims sound really nice, weightless with the invisible finish, translucent on the skin. I don't really need shine control since I am dry, and it's the weather here is just miserable, so I mean there's that, but I just don't think that I need this one, so I would go ahead and pass over that one. We have a new collection out from Sigma Beauty. So they just released a brow collection. I am an affiliate with Sigma, so I have an affiliate discount code with them, and I do get quite a few of their new releases. I don't think I get every package that is sent out from Sigma, but I do get quite a bit from them. So I did receive the brow collection. It came actually when I was on vacation. We had a friend watching our house for us and like picking up our mail and packages and stuff, and so he came a couple days after we were home, and I opened up everything and I saw that I had received that collection, so that's very exciting to me. We do still have our house on the market and everything that's being shown, so I remember like opening up the packages and then immediately had to go put them in the basement, put them away to get ready for our house showings, which is a lot of fun. But I am planning to grab out the pencil that came in that collection and give that a try. They came out with quite a few products. We have the Fill and Blend Brow Pencil, which is $19. That's the fine point pencil, so that's what I'm gonna be trying out right away. They also came out with a pomade for $17. They have a brow gel for $17. They have a Color and Shape Brow Pencil Duo, which sounds interesting. So you have the powder on one end, and then I believe the pencil on the other. You have a brow wax for $16, brow crayons for $15. Really, if I was going to be purchasing any of this myself, I would just purchase the brow pencil to start with. I did get the full collection sent to me, which I'm very excited about. So I will be trying out a couple of these products to review them in future videos, my makeup monthly, etc. So I did want to touch on that since it is a new release. I did go ahead and grab it. My discount code with Sigma is just Samantha. If there's anything that you're interested in purchasing, whether it be the brow collection, brushes, makeup, etc., that is my affiliate link with them. But I am excited to try out a new brow pencil. Okay, so we have a new release from BH Cosmetics, and so BH Cosmetics is coming out with Zodiac palettes. The Zodiac is, you know, super huge right now still. So we are now entering Pisces season, so they are coming out with their next mini Zodiac palette. So this is the Pisces palette. It has 9 shades. It says from rich browns and metallics to blue and green tones, matte shimmers, and 1 baked eyeshadow. It is going to be regularly priced at $14. I'm not sure when there's like a BH, when they launch something, it's usually for a cheaper price. This post on Trendmood says $9.10, but then eventually it will go up to the $14, and I believe it is available now as well. So I know the palette that came out last month was a huge disappointment amongst a lot of people. Not a lot of people were really feeling that palette. And this one came out, and the first post that I saw on Trendmood was just kind of like the bottom of the palette, and I saw like a blue in there and a green in there, and I was like, ooh, this one's gonna be pretty. And then I swiped and saw the full palette, and I was like, people gonna be mad at that palette. I was just expecting something, I guess, more colorful maybe. This is still super neutral. It kind of reminds me a lot of the first palette that they came out with, was just like 2 pops of color. I'm like, oh no, people are going to be so mad at this palette. I personally am not going to be purchasing it. Honestly, it doesn't really scream to me anyways. I'm not a huge fan of the layout of this one either, but the colors don't really call to me. I'm very curious. I'm an Aries, so we are up next, and I'm super curious to see what BH is going to come out with the Aries, because I have to say, I think I was thinking maybe something a little bit more with an oomph for a Pisces. So I'm a little curious what they're gonna come out with for the Aries. But what do you guys think? Who's a Pisces? What do you think about this palette? Are you feeling it? Are you not feeling it? You gotta let us know. Alrighty, so next up we have some Colourpop to talk about. I think we have a couple of different Colourpop releases in this video, which was not shocking. But Colourpop is doing a new collaboration, and this is with Zoella, and they're coming out with the Brunch collection, I think is what it is called. So we have, you know, there's quite a few products in here. We have the eyeshadow palette, we have highlighters, we have lip products, a Supernova liquid eyeshadow, there's lippy pencils, there's duos. I mean, there's a lot happening. This collection is going to release February 27th on the Colourpop website. I will say right off the bat, I am not super familiar with Zoella. I believe when I was first getting on YouTube, that was a name that I heard quite a bit, but I don't feel like I hear it as much now. And I personally have not watched her videos, so I'm not very familiar with her. And, you know, of course, I'm one person, I can't watch everybody and that kind of thing. But you'll have to let us know if you were so excited to see Colourpop collabing with her and what your thoughts are. You know, sometimes I buy things, or I'm more intrigued by things because of who the brand is collaborating with. Sometimes not so much, but you know, the product still intrigues me enough that I still want to check it out. But I know a lot of people are excited that that Colourpop is collabing with someone else, because sometimes they do kind of team up with the same people over and over. But I can't say the collab is something that really drew me in. And while I'm a girl that loves brunch, I have like 2 different shirts proclaiming the fact that I love brunch. I own a waffle maker and I love waffles, okay? I asked for that for a birthday gift from my mom, and she got it for me last year. Best mom ever. So I like the idea behind it, but I don't know, something about the collection and the packaging just kind of fell a little bit flat for me. So the eyeshadow palette just doesn't really look very intriguing to me at all. Again, I like the outer packaging a lot more than I like the inner packaging. You know, it's that very neutral, got the pop of blue in there and all of that. So it just doesn't really intrigue me a lot. And then everything else from the collection just doesn't really do much for me. You know, obviously Colourpop is always putting out so many products, so they're a brand that it's really easy for me to be like, this is what I'm most interested in, I'm gonna go ahead and grab it, because you just can't get everything from Colourpop. You just can't do it. You just can't. So unfortunately, nothing really called my attention with this one. What are you guys thinking about the Brunch collection? I was watching Angelica's video just this morning actually, and she was chatting about it, and I said, you know, unfortunately the Brunch palette really didn't do anything for me either, and she said it did make me want waffles, and I was like, that's pretty much me on the daily basis. I love waffles. Waffles and mimosas. Sign me up. But other than the packaging, nothing really did much for me. So you'll have to let us know what you think about that collection from Colourpop. So it seems like we are seeing a trend of makeup brands starting skincare lines, which is very interesting. Last week we were talking about Too Faced and their skincare products that they're coming out with. Now Makeup Revolution is coming out with a new skincare line. This is called Revolution Skincare. Very interesting. Makeup Revolution is known for being more affordable, and it looks like their skincare line is aimed to be more affordable as well. There's a lot of different products in here. We have some affirming solutions, which that calls to me. Your girl's birthday is coming up real quick. Real quick. It's not real quick. It's March 23rd, but in my eyes, that's real quick because it's almost March, which was crazy. But we have some skin exfoliants, peels, a refining serum, correcting serum, hydration boost. I mean, they have a whole lot of products. Like this is quite the collection that they are coming out with. I'm seeing like $12, $14, $8, $14, so you know, it does seem to be pretty affordable. This is something it's kind of like what I said with Too Faced last week. I'm gonna wait and see some of the reviews. I have my skincare brands that I'm very loyal to that I repeatedly purchase from. I'm gonna go ahead and link my most recent skincare video that I did. It was just a couple months ago. I was talking about my winter skincare routine and how I kind of deal with my dry skin. And I've been getting asked some questions because I mentioned how, I've mentioned how I have brands that I'm very loyal to. I've also been getting asked like what are my favorite moisturizers and such, and pretty much that skincare video is a lot of what I'm still using and what I keep going back to. You know, I do like trying new skincare products because you never know, you might find something that you love, but I definitely have those core products that I go back to, and I definitely have those brands that I repurchase from. My skin really gets along with them. Ole Henriksen, Dermalogica, Olay, Drunk Elephant, those are some just kind of off the top of my head that I just kind of repeatedly use and have those products that I really enjoy. So I'll see a couple of reviews and see what people are thinking about this one, but it's not something that makes me want to rush out and grab right away. I'm seeing a lot of comments from people saying that you're not really enthused about this, the makeup brands coming out with skincare lines. You would prefer makeup brands to stay makeup brands and skincare to stay skincare. So you have to let us know in the comments what you're thinking about the Makeup Revolution, but just not really interested right off the bat for me. Alright, so like I said, we do have some more Colourpop in here. So they're also coming out with the So Juicy, a plumping gloss. It says it has a glossy, high shine finish. It's also loaded with cooling, lip plumping peptides, say that 3 times fast, to create fuller looking pouty lips. It's supposed to smooth and condition lips with vitamin E, has a cushiony, comfortable, no sticky formula. It's going to be 20 shades and $7 each. They're also coming out with new lippy pencils, and these are in new packaging, which I think is very interesting. I do like the lip pencils from Colourpop. I think that those are really nice. These are still $5 each. There's 19 new shades and 21 existing shades. You can also purchase the bundle for all of them, which is $150, which is crazy, but I'm excited to see them do a new packaging on this. I really do like their lip pencils, like I said. I think that they are really nice. But I know a lot of people were not big fans of the packaging, so I think that's great that they're doing that. I'm going to kind of focus on the So Juicy glosses because I think that was what I was getting the most amount of tags on. I was pretty curious about these. I've mentioned recently that I've not always been a big gloss girl, but I'm getting more and more into glosses recently, and these kind of caught my attention. The packaging on them reminds me of something from like my childhood or maybe like my early teenage years. It reminds me of a lip gloss that I used to have, and I can't think of what exact one it is that I'm thinking of, but it definitely reminded me. It's kind of like retro packaging, if you will. The swatches do look pretty on these. I'm not sure that they were something that I'm like, I need to run out and grab this right away. But again, like with Colourpop, like I said, I typically wait and tend to place orders for Colourpop kind of more in bulk, if you will. Like the last time I placed an order with Colourpop, I got 3 of the Zodiac pigments, I got an eyeshadow palette, I picked up a giveaway item, etc. So I think this would have been something where if there was a lot kind of built up in my Colourpop cart, I would have snuck in a gloss in there, if you will. I do get a couple PR packages from Colourpop. They kind of just send me like random things every once in a while, but I did get an email that they're sending over a couple of the glosses. It's not going to be like the full collection or anything, but it looks like there's going to be a handful of these glosses in here for me to try. So I'm really excited. I don't have the package yet, but it looks like it is being shipped to me, and I should have it soon. So if you guys want to see me testing them out in like my trying new makeup series that I do on Friday, let me know. But I will definitely be able to try some of them out, see what I think about them, see how I enjoy them, etc. So I'm really excited for that. But again, kind of if I wasn't receiving that, if I didn't know that they were coming to me, that's kind of my thoughts on them. Not something I would run out and grab right away, but be curious to, you know, throw it in my cart if I was making an order. But have you purchased any of the Colourpop So Juicy glosses? What do you think about them? I do have some makeup news that Black Moon Cosmetics is coming to Ulta Beauty. Ulta Beauty is picking up so many brands lately, which is really cool. So they are going to have Black Moon Cosmetics. I believe they are already there. If so, I of course will have it linked in the description box. I've only tried one thing from Black Moon Cosmetics. That was their Orb of Light eyeshadow palette, I believe it was. It was a really nice quality eyeshadow palette. I really like the colors in there, especially for like fall time. There are some of those like grungier colors and rusts and oranges and all of that. But I thought it was a really nice quality eyeshadow palette. So you'll have to let us know if you're going to pick up anything from Ulta Beauty now that Black Moon Cosmetics is offered there, but got another new brand coming to Ulta. So Vizier is coming out with 2 new eyeshadow palettes. It says each includes 8 shades with matte and shimmery finishes. Will be available March 1st exclusively at Beautylish and also Viseart. I think both of these are really pretty. Not a lot from Viseart seems to catch my attention a whole lot. They are a really pricey brand. I don't see a price on these, but I do imagine that they're probably going to be pretty pricey. I have tried some of the Viseart shadows, like their, is it their 12 pan palettes that I've tried, and I like them, but I haven't been able to understand the price tag for what I've tried from the brand, so I tend to skip over them. I will say that the purple one with that yellow in there and the red, I think that that palette looks really beautiful. That one definitely caught my attention more than kind of that more neutral bronzy palette. But there is another eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be closing out this video with that I'm a lot more excited about, and from a brand that I really do enjoy their eyeshadow palettes. What do you guys think I'm going to talk about? So I think that with that in mind, I will go ahead and be able to pass over these. I'll be curious to see what the price is on them, and I'm sure, you know, there's going to be some reviews on them, so I'll check it out. But I think that I can say that I'll go ahead and pass over that. Okay, so I thought that this was an interesting thing to see that Tarte is going to be dropping a new sister brand, and I believe Tarte also just recently came out with like a skincare focused brand as well. Now they're coming out with another brand, and this is called Sugar Rush. It says it includes makeup, skincare, and accessories with the cutest packaging. Everything is under $30, so there's a lot in here. Of course, it says it's going to be available at Ulta Beauty and also the Sugar Rush website. So what I'm kind of understanding from what I'm seeing is that this brand is kind of aimed towards a younger demographic, and you know, I'm gonna be 32 in March, so I just don't think that I'm really the demographic for this. And as I was kind of flipping through the first couple of pictures, I was like, I'm not really interested in this at all. And then I kind of did a little bit more digging, and I was like, oh, okay, I think I kind of understand what's going on here. But I just don't really see a lot that really calls for my attention. It just doesn't really do anything for me. That's kind of just like my first thoughts on this. I know that there's been some drama with Gimme Glow Cosmetics, and I think they were going to release a Sugar Rush line, but then Tarte said no, they had trademarked it. So there's some sort of issue going on there. But now the Sugar Rush line is here. What do you guys think about this? Who is interested in it? You know, just because something is not, you know, I'm saying that, you know, it's maybe not my demographic. I mean, I'm sure that there's someone my age and older that is like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. And I'm sure that there's people younger than me that are like, I'm supposed to be that demographic, but no, I don't like this. You know, we're all different. It's just makeup. It's not that deep. And we all have our own different preferences, but you have to let us know what you're thinking of it if you're excited about this new brand. I can't say it got me super hyped or, you know, turned my head or anything, but I will be curious to hear your comments. It looks like Huda Beauty is going to be releasing some new lip products. So it says round 2 for the Power Bullets. This time it's the Rose Collection new lipsticks with maximum comfort, maximum pigmentation, cool and warm tones with a diamond shaped tip, which makes for easy application. Going to be available on March 4th online at Huda Beauty and also Sephora. So I think when these Power Bullets first released, they were more of that glittery finish, like a glittery metallic type finish, which isn't me. It's not what I wear the most of, so I wasn't super interested in these. I can see some of the swatches, and it doesn't appear like that is the case. And we have nudes and pinks and reds, and then like kind of a deeper purple. It doesn't say in here if it's a matte lipstick, at least not on this post. I'm curious if it has more of a matte finish, more of a satin finish, cream finish, like what's going on here. So I think maybe once I see a little bit more information on it, I can probably go ahead and decide if I'm gonna pick that one up. But if it is more of a matte finish, I think I'd be more interested in testing it out. I do like a lot of Huda Beauty lip products, her demi matte lipsticks, her regular liquid lipsticks. I really do like those. So Kind of a little bit curious about these, so I'll see a little bit closer to release time some more information that comes out about it. Milk Makeup is coming out with a new primer. This is the Hydro Grip Primer. It says hydrating longwear makeup primer for $30. It's supposed to be good for hydration and hold. So, sounds super interesting in here. Sounds like it'll be available March 8th online at Milk Makeup and Sephora, and then also March 12th in the UK and Ireland at Cult Beauty. I think that's new. I think Milk Makeup just expanded into the UK, which is very exciting. I think that this sounds really interesting, so it sounds like it's supposed to be really good. Like, I'm thinking it's probably supposed to be like maybe a little bit sticky or tacky primer is kind of what I'm understanding from here. Good at keeping your makeup on all day and good for hydration, which since I am dry, I'm kind of curious about that. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of claims on this primer that maybe some I don't see across all primers, or maybe you get like one in a primer and then one claim in a different primer, but these are kind of all together. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of intrigued by this one. Again, I don't know if it's one of those that I'll run out and grab right away, but I am kind of working on building up my Sephora cart, so maybe once it comes into Sephora, I could give it a shot. $30 though, that's kind of a lot for a primer. I don't know. What are you guys thinking about this primer from Milk Makeup? I'm like so-so on it right now. Okay, and then the last product that I want to talk about, I almost filmed this video yesterday. I'm filming this on Monday. I almost filmed this one yesterday to get a little bit ahead since I am having to go out of town. Unfortunately, my husband's grandmother passed away, so we are going to be out of town for the next couple days with those services. So I was trying to get a little bit ahead of schedule so I can still have my YouTube videos running like normal, even though I'll have to take a couple days off of filming. But when I saw this one release like an hour before I sat down to film, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy, because I can just imagine not including the new Anastasia palette and getting so many comments of like, why are you not talking about the new Anastasia palette? So here we go. Also, if I do seem a little bit rushed today or just a little bit scattered, it's because as soon as I get done filming, I do have to film one more video and then we have to head out of town. So it's just kind of a crazy time, you know? So Anastasia is coming out with the Riviera Palette. This is for summer 2019. It says will be available on March 4th. This palette looks so pretty. When the initial product release with just like the outer packaging, I was like, this says summer to me. To me, it says summer, it says water. I was like, please, when we see the inside photos, I hope that you are so pretty, because the outer packaging just kind of got me going and the inside is so pretty. I think that this palette looks awesome, and as someone who lives in Iowa and we are just getting, I mean, so many states right now are just getting hit with like one of the worst winters. We had blizzard conditions last night. Some parts of Iowa got 16 inches of snow. I was trying to run errands today and all of our streets are just a complete block of ice. It has been terrible. To see a palette like this just makes me think of summer and warm weather, and it just makes me happy, and it's just what I need in my life right now, okay? It's just what I need. I think these pinks look super pretty. We got a couple different blues in there and yellows. So this is what I was referencing to the Viseart palette, how I liked that it was a little bit more colorful, but we also get colorful in this one and just fun and summery. But I really like the Anastasia palette. Soft Glam, Modern Renaissance, Norvina, Sultry. I really like her eyeshadow palettes a lot. So this one I'm definitely intrigued by. I would totally go ahead and buy this one. I like that we kind of have that mustard yellow in there. Like, I feel like this is a really pretty colorful palette, but we still do have a little bit of the neutrals in there, which for someone like me who I tend to gravitate more towards neutrals, but every once in a while, you know, I like to mix it up a little bit. I think that this looks like a palette that I really enjoy, and again, I really do like the quality. So I'm really happy that the inner part of the palette, the actual shades inside, had me just as excited as the outer packaging, because once I saw that outer packaging, I was like, come on, Anastasia, and I think that they did a great job with this palette. So what do you guys think? Of course, I know not everything's gonna be for everybody, but so far I'm pretty excited. And this, like I said, this just released, so I haven't even really seen what people are thinking about it yet. So I know everyone could hate this palette, but for me, I think that it looks pretty darn pretty, and I'm excited about it. But after that, that is gonna wrap it up for today's Will I Buy It video. You'll have to let me know what you thought of all the products I mentioned. What has your attention, or what are you saying no to? I of course would love to know. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video.